everyone. So if you recall, I'm now separating the videos. So if you are doing the heady hat, there's a separate video versus if you're doing the key to tree blanket. And I went ahead and swatched with my needles last night. So I tried out that gauge swatch a little bit with the 2s when I was on that last video, and it just wasn't going to work with those 2s. I had too many stitches per inch. So I tried my 4s and I tried my 3s. My 4s gave me about 5.5 stitches to the inch unblocked, and my 3s gave me about 6.5 stitches to the inch unblocked. So I'm going to go with my 3s, but because my Hiya flyers are in that other project with the hat, I'm going to go ahead and cast on using my double pointed needles. And I am using signature double pointed needles, but you can of course use your favorite double pointed needles. Or if you'd like to, you can also use magic loop. So in order to get started with this, we need to cast on 12 stitches using Kelly's center cast on. If you don't want to use my personal version of a center cast on, you are welcome to use one of the others, such as Judy's magic cast on or the Turkish cast on. There are several center out cast ons available. But if you'd like to try mine, you are welcome to go to my YouTube channel and check out the video that I have of Kelly's center cast on. And we only need 12 stitches, which isn't very many. So we're going to go ahead and prep 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And there we go. I've got 12 stitches cast on. And then because I'm using my double pointed needles, I'm going to pick up a third double pointed needle, and I'm going to work just one round of knitting all the way around so that it makes it a little bit easier to do my patterning. This is just sort of a prep round, and all that does is set us up so that we can begin with our setup chart. So you're going to go ahead and cast on, like I said, with that center out cast on, and then knit one row. Three, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so that was 6 stitches for each needle. And now I'm going to bring all of my double pointed needles into play, because I'm actually going to set it up so that I am working each section. There's 4 sections because we're making a center out blanket. So we need it to be square. And I'm going to work each section on a separate double pointed needle. If you are using magic loop or you are using 2 circulars, then you'll want to go ahead and make sure that you are placing stitch markers. Stitch markers are very important for this pattern. So make sure that you have a pile of stitch markers available if you are not starting this on double pointed needles. Just a nice big old pile. Keep all your lovely stitch markers right there ready to go, because you are going to need them. So as we get started, we're going to establish the blanket pattern by placing a marker. So if you need to, go ahead and place a marker. And then we're going to work round 1 of the setup chart 4 times. So that's a yarn over, and then knit 2, and then yarn over, and then knit 1. And now I'm going to bring my next needle into play. Yarn over, knit 2, yarn over, knit 1. And we're going to do the same thing. This will be our third. Yarn over, knit 1, 2, yarn over, knit 1. Okay, and here's my 4th needle. So yarn over, knit 2, yarn over, knit 1. And again, if you're using magic loop or you've decided to use 2 circulars, it's really important that you place your stitch markers so that you know where your quadrants are, because now we're going to start working them from this center out, and it's going to build our blanket out into 4 different pieces. So make sure that you have placed those stitch markers. And we're just going to continue to work that setup all the way around. So the next round is round 2, and that's our odd round. And for all of those, we are just going to knit all the way around. So you'll slip all of your markers as you come to them, and then knit all the way around. Now, if you are using double pointed needles and you need a little help remembering where you have started, you can always grab one of those locking stitch markers, a crochet stitch marker as they're sometimes thought of, or a gourd shaped stitch marker. And you can put one of those in your knitting at the beginning of your round because it will lock into your knitting so that you know where you have started from. It also helps you to remember your right side from your wrong side if you have issues with that. So there I've gone and worked my first 2 rows, and I'm just going to take my stitch marker and I'm just going to drop it in right here at the beginning so I know where my beginning is. And I'm just going to keep going with that until I have too many stitches on my double pointed needles, at which point I will switch to working in the round. And I may or may not use magic loop. Magic loop isn't my favorite personally. If you like it, that's fabulous. Just not my personal favorite, but you're welcome to use it. After you have worked through those 10 rows of your setup chart, then you'll start working chart 1. And again, we are working in those sections. So you'll repeat that round 1 of chart 1 4 times because you have to do it in each quadrant, each quarter of our blanket, so that again we're making a nice square blanket from the center out. So anyway, I'm going to keep working on this. I will check in with everybody again soon. And don't forget to click on Black Sheep Fiber Emporium to get all of the information about our knit-alongs that are going on. Make sure that you are liking our Facebook page. Make sure that you are following or subscribing to our YouTube channel. And if you have questions or you need to contact me, you can get a hold of me at Kelly, that's Kelli, at BlackSheep, ATORENCO.com. So that's Kelly at blacksheepatarinco.com. If you need to, you can also contact us on Facebook or through our website as well. So I will see you all next time. Hopefully I will make some progress and we can check in with each other.